Hello from Southern Ontario. It's November 20th. So EVs, electric vehicles, I prefer to call them EDs, environmental disasters. Or somebody quipped in the comments recently, call them what they are, a rechargeable battery car. Well, all of the large global manufacturers, automotive manufacturers, except perhaps for Volkswagen, have backed off from them. Their corporate statements are along the lines of we're pausing, postponing, or delaying further production and blah, blah, blah. Well, no kidding, because they're not selling. Even Tesla, the leader of the quasi-religious followers of these environmental disasters, has had to lower their prices by like 20% or something, and they're still sitting on the showroom parking lots, eating shuffled around and recharged, because you can't just leave them sitting there. They have a hole in their electronic gas tank. You can't just leave them sit there and let the battery dissipate. But hey, I'm getting into the environmental disasters that they are yet again. So, insurance companies backing off from them or simply declining to have anything to do with them, resale values being worthless, and even some of the evangelists, who've embraced this again like a quasi-religion for reasons I can't fathom, are beginning to realize the batteries themselves are an unrecyclable toxic disaster. Although a lot of the evangelists cling to the notion, well, we're just going to come up with better batteries. It's like tomorrow we will have a new and improved fairy dust or whatever it is they think these things run on. But as per the title, A Dying Breed, well, at the very end of the vehicle's life expectancy, it holds the potential to save the owner, well, the owner's survivors, some money. I hadn't thought of this. But an EV burns like 800 degrees hotter than a crematorium. So were you to get trapped in one, which the potential is likely if you don't know where the emergency manual physical release is, or the emergency responder doesn't say you're in a car accident, you're unconscious, and the thing's just about to go thermonuclear. And the emergency responder, who might be willing to risk his life to go to that thing, risking being electrocuted or vaporized when the cloud of explosive gases goes thermonuclear, he might not know where the mechanical door release is. Anyways, the owner then could get, well, they're not even going to find any ash left when the EV burns with the per occupant or occupants trapped inside. No internment costs, no casket, no service, no cremation, no urn to put the ashes in. Think of the cost savings. It's great, really, when you look at it that way. Have you seen some of the Ford electric pickup trucks that have burnt? It vaporizes the aluminum, which is toxic. Ask any welder who's experienced that, myself included. But hey, at least the aluminum off-gassing, vaporizing is the least toxic of what comes off of those things when they go thermal runaway. Oof. Jeez, you don't want to, I think I'd rather go for a swim in the ocean outside of, in the vicinity of that nuclear power plant that was wiped out by the tsunami in Japan. Wonder what that did for sushi sales. Probably nothing. Nobody thinks about these things. Yeah, well, anyways, the EV seems to be going the way of the dodo quicker than anyone had anticipated or wanted. And that's only a good thing for a lot of reasons. Bye-bye, EVs. I won't miss you any.